This photo looks similar to several others that you might have seen recently, where there's a single subject and you can clearly tell that subject from the background. And what you're looking at here isn't groundbreaking or new or fancy or anything. It's just a style of photo that I really enjoy taking because it's so fun to take this kind of photo and to have a vision in your mind, take the photo, and then the end result works out just how you want it. I actually did not take this at my traditional spot of near Theta Pond on the OSU campus, which is where you hear me you hear me talk about taking a lot of photos. I took this just south of the Whitehurst Administration Building on campus. If you don't know the OSU campus, it probably doesn't mean anything to you. And there's nothing particularly special or noteworthy about this, but I met up with a friend for a walk around Theta Pond, and as he and I were heading south from Whitehurst, I saw this single, it was actually a brown leaf on this tree, and it really stood out. And I thought, well, I should take a photo of this. And it looks orange here, but it was brown. And the fact that it was so backlit, it made this a little more interesting. When you see something like this, the light and the direction of that light is so important to getting a good shot. And I specifically chose to take this with the sun behind the subject. And you can see what that did. It made all these little veins appear in the leaf. And you would never see that if this were traditionally front lit. And it made it seem like it's glowing, which is such a cool effect to do. And it's not something that you can achieve if you front light your subject. Also, I did shoot this with my macro lens, even though this isn't a macro photo in the traditional sense. This leaf is like, I don't know, 2 inches, 3 inches long. It's not like a super tiny leaf, but that lens, I've learned over the months that I've had it, just the fact that you can get closer than you normally would with a traditional lens makes it so much fun to shoot with. A macro lens lets you get anywhere from far away to very, very close. And so you don't have to shoot a tiny subject really large with a macro lens. You don't have to treat it like a microscope. You could just treat it like a normal lens. And then you have this freedom to get as close or far from your subject as you want. And sometimes you find something like this, which is just kind of an interesting shot that you happen to take with a macro lens. Anyway, this is an example of a really fun type of photo, a really easy type of photo to shoot. And I really enjoyed the results. I hope you do too.